Welcome back, my turtles. You're probably wondering what this is about. Well, this is the Realm Week 5 video. Anyways, I hope you enjoy. Today was the first day I logged in for Week 5, and I kinda re-added the dwellers, and I began trolling with them. Specifically, Ghastly by spawning random mimics around them. You'll never know. Sadly, I figured it out rather quickly. I don't know, it's definitely not the magical talking voice that gives it away. Definitely not. And I definitely did not spawn an Iron Golem mimic just for to have someone in chat to immediately rat me out and say, hey, don't trust Iron Golems. Yes, it was very inconvenient. Make it worse, they actually apparently played the mod before, so they knew it was a mimic the second they saw it. Yes, very inconvenient. I did some more trolling by spawning a locker in their beds. They died. They died very brutal deaths. It was very sad to watch. I was doing some more trolling and I spawned a cave dweller. And well, see, here's the funny thing. Ghastly noticed it. It was like, oh crap, and thought it teleported, but in reality it despawned. And I was like, oh crap, it despawned. So I spawned another one. But Ghastly genuinely thought it teleported. And to make this entire situation worse, when Ghastly was absolutely annihilating the crap out of it, I teleported it in, making it dang near impossible for him to do anything in here, because I was also in this room, which led to Ghastly's death. Ghastly doesn't know I was in there, and it was the reason he died still. Well, he does now, so, sorry, Ghastly! Turtle Taxi strikes again. Let it be known, it was because Ghastly messed up their bed spawn. They spawned really far away, and their stuff was going to despawn, and I felt bad. So I Turtle Taxi had to help him get back home. Let it be known, Turtle Man's not a cruel overlord. Sometimes. Until I enter my villain phase, in which case, then I become dark and evil. I spawned the Watcher, a boss of unlimited power, one to terrorize Ghastly and make him fear for his life, one so powerful he will fear, he will never underestimate the dwellers again. Never mind, I got based. It didn't stand a chance. They got two tapped. It didn't stand a chance. I'm gonna go cry in a hole now. You know, after the first time, you would think I would learn my lesson about spawning mimics inside their main safe area. I, in fact, learned absolutely nothing, because they immediately got killed by the Iron Golem mimic. Yeah. I kinda need to stop doing that. You know, my idea of pranks and trolling, I think it's starting to get out of hand. I spawned like 30 mimic Iron Golems, which was a lot. So I kind of had to help kill all the Iron Golem mimics. I really need to get better ideas of trolling. Not sure if I said it already, but I'm going to say it again. I decided to add the dwellers back so I can make a tournament with the mimics. Mainly because the Iron Golems aren't hostile mobs, and I need them to be. Henceforth, I decided to go use this beacon and build the tournament right above it. Well, the arena. I love the power of /fill commands. Only downside is I needed to light this up, and the only idea I had was glowstone. I had a better idea later down the line. I wish I did that sooner, but yeah, this was the solution I went with. Very inconvenient, well, let me just say. And that's because I decided to use bedrock for the walls. I don't know why I didn't do it for the floors, but the walls, it just was like, it could be for the walls and not the floor. Yep. And because I didn't want people losing their stuff, I decided to make kits for them. Well, an armory. So that way people can get their sweet, sweet loot straight from the armory. And not lose their stuff mainly. It was mainly so they didn't lose their stuff. Shout out to Ghastly for letting me use their already maxed out mace. That way I didn't have to enchant one myself. Yeah, I was kind of lazy. I just straight up didn't want to do it. You know, Ghastly's really being MVP right here. They chose to be the sacrifice, the test for the very first arena round. And, well, they put their gear, they're armored up, and, well, let the first round begin. Blue Man Mimics! Yeah! Round 2 was the Watchtower and a crap ton of zombies. And let me tell you, This round was super hard. It took Ghastly like 5 minutes to beat round 2. Round 3 didn't take that much long either. Honestly, I need to relearn a few things. But I did learn one thing. The Watchtower can destroy Obsidian. Like I said, I wish I made the floor out of bedrock, but I didn't. That, and I regret making this beacon. It's kind of a little overpowered, to be honest. It's kind of boosting their strength and people who did it a little too much. And to make it worse, Ghastly put resistance level 2 on there. And I completely forgot to remove it for the next person because Ghastly only wanted the resistance level 2 because he wanted to try fighting 2 wardens at once. But I spawned 3! And later on, Unknown wished to give it a shot as well. And let me tell you, Unknown definitely did not manage to beat the arena. It really helped. Anyways, point is, they got to the bonus round. The chickens. You might be going, are these mimic chickens? No! They're perfectly normal chickens! Yeah, there's a downside to this armory. I have to manually fill it. Then I decided to give Ghastly, I'm pretty sure you noticed, Electra midway through, and I decided, you know what? I'm just let everyone have an Electra. I'm sure it won't be that bad. I'm sure it'll be fine. And the very next day when I logged in to check the realm, there was a new player named Lorian. I gave him the good old turtle helmet and a pickaxe, just like I do for every player now. I'm very proud of him. And I told him, mainly because they're really far behind. I want to go check out Zonix's base. I noticed they expand their garden and holy moly. Why does it need to be this big? Why is it this big? As well as when I see their house, all I can think is it's a helicopter. So I made sure to leave a note saying when I see it, all I can think of is helicopter house. Less than 20 minutes later, I got pinged to log into the realm because Marsh wanted to show me something. An end base. A really cool base. Something about like clearing your inventory to prove you're legit. You're supposed to put your stuff in there, enter it. Your inventory gets filled with boats. Marsh was explaining why and how this worked. I wasn't fully paying attention, to be honest. So it does something. It has a purpose, I think. Later that day, I did some trolling on Daedra. Every time they noticed the beacon, I destroyed it. So by the time they got there, they were like, where did it go? What was it? I'm going insane! Yeah, I kind of just messed with them by placing a beacon. Destroying it. Placing a beacon. Destroying it. I was having the time of my life, and I was laughing my butt off. And the very next day, I finally began upgrading the arena with fancy bedrock walls. I was writing down the coordinates manually. I realized later on you could just type in the coordinate where you are, right then and there, and like it lets you autofill it. Hit enter, go to where you other want, hit up on the keyboard, and boom, you could just re-enter it. And you save so much time by doing that. But no, I got a paper full of like a crap ton of coordinates from when I was doing this, because I manually wrote down every single coordinate and retyped it in. It was a waste of time. That, and I tried to place a crap ton of lanterns on the roof all at once, but I found out when you use fill commands to place lanterns, they don't stay. They just shatter instantly because technically they're not placed. And because of that, I kind of lagged the server a lot to literally everyone in the game, and everyone was like, why is it lagging? And I was going, you don't need to know! And I quickly tried to pick it all up before anyone realized. So, how did a turtle man properly fix this situation? Well, quite simple. He decided to use glowstone and add another layer of bedrock. So players did go to the roof and find the glowstone in here and try to break it to escape. All they will find is more bedrock. So there is no escape. Later on, I realized to make sure players don't take all these emeralds, I need to cover them up so that way they don't get stolen, because these are specifically for these beacons. You know what's very funny about this is this becomes completely and utterly redundant later on. You'll figure out what I mean soon enough. As well, for absolutely no and utter reason, I decided to clear the area under the arena all the way to bedrock by using the /fill command and replacing all the blocks with air. Also, fun fact, you can only replace so many blocks at once before Minecraft will go, hey, that's too many blocks. And the limit's like 32,000. Because I tried to do it all one go, and it's like, you can't do that. That's too many. So I was having to do it 10 layers at a time. Yeah, fun fact for your day.
Level was the first player to take on the arena 2.0.
5 years. Learning from the mistake of my first arena, the first attempt, I decided to spawn way more zombies this time to actually make it challenging, to make it entertaining, especially since I still have the resistance 2 buff! I forgot to get rid of it. You know, I thought I was being slick with all these skeletons and strays going, yes, this will make the ultimate challenge. But then I made a slight mistake. All the skeletons began shooting themselves. Legit, the skeletons were helping level beat the challenge by destroying themselves. I was a fool! That would destroy it. Yada yada, third round was a wither, but it took way too long. Actually, I had to help kill it because it was just taking that long. Because I failed to account for the fact the wither flies up and it just becomes a pain in the butt because it just flies up there and it stays up there. And there's nothing you can do about it unless you have an Electra and try to keep swinging at it. Later on, I had the best idea of all time. I used the command block on repeat to completely fill in the obsidian and glowstone, just pure glowstone. So that way, even if it gets destroyed, it's instantly replaced. But I made a slight mistake where my original command block to replace some glass to let the beacon get through was literally fighting with the main command block. So I had to go destroy the other one to prevent it from command blocks fighting each other. Zonic proceeded to show me a very interesting redstone machine. Yep, this is my life. I'll put it all the way over here just to see this. Later on, I found Chess working on a very interesting redstone door. Honestly, I think it's pretty cool. It has a little creeper face in there. Honestly, nice. Later on, Level invited me to check out their base, and let me tell you, honestly, it's a little cute. I like how small it is. I like the Sky Island thing. It's a pretty cool base. I did some trolling by using the fill command with a crap ton of lanterns. I lagged not only the server, the realm, but I gave them so many lanterns. I gave them so many lanterns. Turtle Taxi strikes again! Later that day, when I was barely awake, Zonix was pinging me saying his base was grief, so I went to go check it out. But his definition of grief was they added more diamonds to his beacon. So, I don't see how this is griefed, but yeah, I guess if getting more diamonds is griefing, I would love to get griefed more often. The very next day, no one was online, so I was kind of just screwing around, trying to see if I can give myself, like, Lunge or Riptide, like 255. Yeah, you can't. You can, Bedrock. Because Bedrock actually made it so you can't give enchantments over 255. You can give yourself effects 255, but you cannot give enchantments 255. And I think is the stupidest thing ever, because it would be funny to have Lunge or Riptide 255 and just be yeeted into orbit. I proceeded to go ahead for like 40 minutes. Oops. Honestly, I just kind of spent the rest of the day building the final version of the arena for the tournament. You think I forgot about it? No, I did not. Decided to make a little lava cast there and a beacon, but wanted to allow them to get 2 effects of their choice. Not fully maxed out, but close enough. Specifically so that way they had the option of resistance and haste. You know, I thought it was really cool if I did like a cool thing like this. The ward holds the way. Because they had all the stuff they needed. They got the wood, they got some stone, they could craft a pickaxe. And I put an emerald block inside the ward so they can mine that. And then they would use that to go put in the beacon to activate it. But I kind of failed to realize something when I made this. And the very first people who attempted the arena abused that fact. And the first 2 contestants were Unknown and Chessman. They were brilliant. ingenious, and I knew they could do this. So, while they're doing like round 1, I'll explain the point of this. The rules. The main rules of this tournament were teams of 2 and 10 rounds. If one player dies in a round, they would respawn in the very next round. But if both players died, it was an instant fail. And all rounds in one go. You had to keep going. Well, in between rounds, there was a small intermission where they would be trapped in the one small wooden box in that corner there. And then it would be time. So whoever was the fastest would win. And I would DM them so I could figure out what gift card they wanted, and I would send them a $25 gift card. And the final one was there was going to be a double or nothing, but no one ended up taking that. And I forgot to ask people, the winners, that. So that was kind of me. And as for how it went, it was like round 1 was I had zombie scouts and spiders. There were 20 of them each. For round 2, drown, creeper, and breezes, 20 each. And apparently the creeper round was actually not the creeper. The breeze round was very a pain in the butt for a majority of the people because it just constantly bounced everyone around. Very funny in my opinion. As for round 3, pillager stuff, which is what they're on right now. And this is also where I made the mistake where I forgot these guys drop emeralds. And they kind of used the emeralds. They picked up the emeralds and made an emerald block, the finished beacon. They never touched the red wart, and I was very sad about that. As for round 4, magma cubes, brutes, and blazes. 30 each and only 20 cubes because those things are very unpredictable when you spawn them. And for round 5, wither skeletons, the brutes, and the weird pig cow thing, I forget what they're called, and 30 of each. Round 6, 20 gas, 30, the weird brute cow thing again, the wither skeleton, 40 of the cow and wither skeletons. Round 7, the dwellers, the sheep mimic, the wandering mimic, and the cow mimic, 40 each. Let me tell you, I kind of regret the wandering trader one because that spawns a lot of llamas. And round 8 was the wither skeleton, iron golem mimic, and the pig mimic, 50 each. That was where a lot of people tend to struggle, and a lot of people lost on time because those iron golems absolutely annihilated the crap out of people. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. As for round 9, 5 of those watchtowers, spiders, and drowns. 50 of the spiders, 50 drowns. As for round 10, that was the hardest round of all time. You'll see what I mean. You see, my thought process of this gas round was it would make players struggle depending on what they chose for gear. It also taught me to turn off fire spreads because that absolutely annihilated literally everything. I had to do a lot of repairs and additions mid round. But genuinely, I was really hoping the grass round would really mess with people, on people who didn't choose the gravity bowls. And here it is, the Iron Golem round. The one that a lot of people lost time on, aka only the 3 teams that competed, because the 4th and 5th team weren't able to compete because I had to get off and I wasn't able to do the tournament with them. I was very sad about that. But regardless, they lost a lot of time here, and a glorious thing happened. Just an Unknown finally found the corner where I put all these iron golems, like all in this one corner to try to force. My idea was to force the players in there and probably get one shot. And Unknown, being an absolute genius, got a little cocky and, well, Unknown got a little cocky and tried jumping in there with a mace to get some action. But they got pinned into a corner, and they were the very first player to die in the arena. But luckily for Unknown, Chessman clutched up and did not yield. Also, I may have been a little excited about Unknown 9 because they were I was getting worried because they were kind of clearing this really quick and not really having a problem. P.S. I destroyed the beacon, the main beacon, so they didn't have a back-south beacon. And then here it is, round 10, the hardest round there ever was. Chessman ran in, zero fear in his heart, saw the creature of horrible abomination, and absolutely annihilated it, like the ultimate soldier he was. Truly, the strongest man on the server. And then I immediately had to begin doing all the repairs to the arena because everything kind of got obliterated by the gas and blazes because fire spread. Yeah, not my smartest moment. I should have turned off fire spread ahead of time. but I didn't. But regardless, moving on to the next contestant, it was It's Predators, aka Hayden the Goat, and Daydrop. They were determined to become the next people to win this. And they began to armor up and get ready for the tournament of their lives. You see, I didn't show the first few rounds because they were absolutely winning and dominating. It wasn't until like around right here, Hayden got shoved into a corner by a bunch of these Ravagers, and for the first time, he got popped. His totem popped. You know, I did not think it was going to happen, and I was very happy it did, because I was trying to make this a challenge where people suffered. And what I've learned so far is, one, I need to make it less height-based, and I need a lot more stronger mobs, because holy moly, they were absolutely dominating. Like the first round, everyone beat with like 0 effort. Honestly though, holding a tournament was kind of fun. And finally, round 10, the ultimate challenge of their lifetimes. Very difficult. They never stood a chance. Never in a million years. Never! Never mind, I already beat it. That was remarkably easy. Something made me wondering, wait, wasn't there more? Wasn't there the whole 10 rounds? Well, nothing happened. They didn't even die. Hayden and Daydrop absolutely kind of dominated the arena. Not a single one of them died. Both of them survived in all 10 rounds and absolutely dominated. So not much content to show there besides me flying around, putting out fires and everything. I think the most entertaining thing that happened was I remember Daydrop and Hayden were effectively right there. So I told them to exit spawn and help me put out the crap ton of fires, because there was a crap ton of fires that were taken up there. And the issue with that is if there's so much fire, it kind of kills all of the mobs before they even get a chance to leave the box. So it kind of gives a little bit of an unfair advantage, at least in my opinion. And the third people were Zonix Ancient. They tried. Wow. And let me tell you, they took the longest time on round 10. Like, genuinely, they had the record for the longest time. You have beat round 10. They beat round 10. They didn't have much difficulties. The only real issue they had was Ancient was playing on the Xbox One, so they kind of lagged a bit. But otherwise, they absolutely dominated. So, honestly, what I've learned from this arena and tournament was that, holy moly, I need to put way more effort and make it more difficult, because every team absolutely just kind of destroyed everything and just sped run the entire tournament. It wasn't even that difficult, apparently. And though it was a lot of fun, I had a lot of fun hosting it, even though I can't use a lot of the footage, because a lot of the footage is legit just the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. But as soon as and if you're curious who won, it was Zonix and Ancient. They had a score, I believe, of 26 minutes and 40 seconds, while every other team was at 33 and 36 minutes. Zonix and Ancient absolutely dominated the arena with 0 hesitation. But yeah, actually, I guess I could technically do the same one. Congrats, Zonix and Ancient. I know you're probably going to watch this video. DM me for what you want for the gift card, and I shall send it to you as soon as I physically can. So let me say this now. I did hold a PvP tournament, and the winners were Jack and Ancient. And I made a slight mistake, and I didn't put much thought in how to do this and start it. So I have learned from this, because of that ender chest, I didn't realize it, but Zonix there attempted to cheat. I just spawned it. Used a bunch of Ling and pulled out a bunch of potions from his inventory. And I never realized that. It wasn't until someone, I believe it was Ancient, pointed it out. And I had to actually clear the inventories, because I was giving them a kit, so it was all fair. And I also didn't tell anyone to empty their inventory when I brought them here. So they had to empty the inventory, so which is why I put the empty chest, so they could store their stuff and empty their inventory. Because, the point is, I didn't put a lot of preparation in this. It's kind of my fault. I also didn't think anyone would blatantly cheat. I was a little too trusting, and I have learned my mistake. And so began the PvP tournament. And honestly, it was kind of entertaining to watch. I was having a lot of fun watching this. I kind of wish I joined, but I didn't. Well, fun fact later on about that. You'll find out. And let me just say, out of everyone here, I kind of felt bad for Ancient during the first round because everyone just kind of hunted him down like a rabid dog to beat the crap out of him, and it was absolutely hilarious. That, and there was no rules against the sky base. That's why I didn't do anything about it. And I kind of wish I'd said something about it, but I didn't, because I didn't say anything against it. But yeah, Chessman was the first one to go out. I didn't even realize he died there. I was just too busy focusing on Sonic because I put a bounty on his head saying whoever killed Sonic got the reward, a $25 gift card as well, because I was not happy in the slightest that he tried cheating. I was still very upset about that. I trusted Zonix a lot. I did not expect him to do that. But regardless, it was very fun. And the ultimate winner, as I said, was Jack. Yeah, he absolutely dominated. He kind of just brutally murdered everyone. It was very funny because when I went to go have the round 2 to get second winners in the PvP tournament, Jack was like, "Wait, why am I not allowed to join?" I'm like, "Well, one, you won the first round, or two, I'm kind of scared to let Jack do another round because I had a feeling he would win again, and so I was genuinely terrified of that, and I wanted it to be fair and let other people win." So oopsie daisy. And as for the final winner, as I've said, it was Ancient. Wow, Chessman, you still got this. I was quite upset. No, Chessman! No! Because I was kind of hoping Chessman would win, as you can clearly see. Anyways, moving on. The very next day, I created a new arena, Arena 3.0, with the ultimate challenge of nothing but wardens. And, well, being the sneaky jerk I am. And Jack being the brave man he was, immediately was like, "Oh, I shall volunteer," so I teleported him to me, immediately said good luck. And he immediately ran for his life. Yeah, no, he didn't survive. And he thought death would allow him to escape. That was not allowed. You know those memes where it's like the person digs straight with nothing but diamonds and eventually falls into lava because of their greed? I decided to do that with diamond ore as a prank. And well, I didn't think they were going to fall for it. I mean, genuinely, who falls for that? Their greed sickens me. Later that day, I was checking out Jack's secret base, and I decided his secret door could use a little bling. 'Cause I mean, nothing makes a base look amazing besides some diamond doors. His secret base absolutely needed this, and I definitely did not ruin his secret base at all. And later that day, well, specifically the next day to be precise, Cataclysmic's base got griefed and their entire beacon was stolen. I don't know who did it, but that is against my rule of griefing bases, and I'm kind of upset I didn't know. I don't know who did it, because I have no way to punish anyone if I don't know who did it. So the most I could do was I repaired the beacon and let them know, hey, the beacon has been fixed. A new player joined named Remerin. I immediately gave them a turtle helmet and a pickaxe, just like I do with every player, as well as aerial support! As well as later that day, I discovered the power of giving yourself effects, including health boost, level 255. I was unkillable, unstoppable. No one can defeat the Turtle Man! Chessman decided to try to challenge me to PvP. I forgot to remove his effect of jump boost 255, so oops. But just like everyone before him, he died to the mighty Turtle Man, because the Turtle Man shall never know defeat. He challenged me a second time and ended the exact same way. To quote Albert Einstein, insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Just keep that in mind. Just so my own ego doesn't get hurt, I did let Chessman kill me. Yes, I'm going to say for my own ego. I definitely did not die because I made a mistake and got trapped in a corner. He definitely did not find me and blew me up with TNT and abused the fact that I had no more totems or golden apples. Had a new player joined, Impolite Belt. Just man being absolute chatty was also helped him out by giving them some netherite armor after I gave him a turtle helmet and a pickaxe. Later that day, I decided to hold a small event, a raid, where I was the boss. I was the king, the ruler.
I can't see it.
I spoke too loudly, it hurt my throat.
It's a raid.
Anyways, I made a slight mistake in this. I gave myself strength 10 and accidentally gave myself too high regeneration and resistance. So legit, they couldn't do any damage, and I was one tapping them their totems and absolutely annihilating them. So, oops. For the first round, I kind of brutally murdered them in seconds. Like genuinely, none of them stood a chance. Just one tapping them to annihilate them. I was having so much fun, but it was so unfair to them, and I genuinely didn't know at this point in time. Anything higher than resistance 5 makes you pretty much take no damage. But don't worry, after plenty of work of nerfing myself, I eventually did make it so they could kill me. After they broke my totem, I did not stand a chance. I was just I was dead. I was dead in seconds, guys. I did not stand a chance. The almighty Turtle Man finally fell to Ghastly and Marshwalk. Mainly due to Ghastly's base, to be honest. Anyways, you're probably wondering, why? Why is this not longer? Why wasn't it as entertaining? Why wasn't it as cool? Well, quite simple. I kind of winging this. I was kind of winging a lot of it, to be honest. Regardless, probably some of you have never seen this model. I mainly only use my Turtle Man VTuber model when I'm streaming. I haven't been streaming as often. Regardless, I hope you enjoy. I try my best, and these around week videos are helping me try to get better at making long form videos. Because ideally, I want to make way more long form. I don't like being mainly in shorts, but nothing I can do about it now. So regardless, I hope you enjoy, and I wish you all a terrific day.